San Diego Studios just had a big day revealing the first look at gameplay for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch consoles. We got 2 cinematic gameplay trailers, which really gave us the opportunity to see the difference between previous versions of the game, as well as what graphics will look like on the Switch. In addition to that, we got some new details scattered all throughout the reveals today that we're going to cover here in this video. So let's get into 10 details in the MLB The Show 22 gameplay first look. Hold up. Before we do that, can we just take a second and watch Ohtani react to seeing the MVP edition for the first time? Okay, yeah, let's do it.
ちょっとサプライズがあります。ちょっとこう持ってください。
かっこいいですね。
まあテーマはもちろん二刀流なので、バッターとピッチャー両方できるって、それはしっかり描けてますか？
そうですね。あとはなんか侍っぽくなってるので、日本っぽいなっていう。
There's just something so wholesome and feel good about that. Ohtani really is a one-of-a-kind human, and I'm excited that we get to see him play in our generation. All right, no more delays. Let's get into the 10 details. Number 1, game day atmosphere. Now in the first look gameplay trailer, we saw a much liver audience environment than we've ever seen before. Now there was also a ton of focus on showing the crowd in the trailer with crowd shots of them specifically, but also from their vantage point as well. Now, of course, this was a talked about feature in the original write-up when the cover was revealed. And so far it looks good, but I'm curious to see what it sounds like and what it feels like when we play the game. Number 2, new legends, Ryan Howard and Randy Johnson. Now, as it was stated by San Diego Studios, they're looking to bring all former cover stars back to MLB The Show. So, Ryan Howard, this one's big. Hopefully, we'll see David Wright as well. And as for Randy Johnson, the big unit, now, I predicted that one in the last video. In full honesty, he's a huge Mariners player. I'm a Mariners fan, you guys know that. I've been asking for him for such a long time, and this time I just got lucky. Number 3, new player and team celebrations. More single player and team celebrations, interactions showcasing individual personalities of the players, from Judge flexing with that home run, the A's dugout, Jose Barrios interacting with Alejandro Kirk at the mound, and of course Stroh letting it hang as he's coming off the mound. These animations really make the game feel alive, and like the players feel real and like they have personality and they have identity. I love it. Number 4, improved player personality. Now, along with these personality focused animations, we see SDS doubling down into more authentic, unique visuals to identify those players. You saw the Adam Simber flowing locks, Vlad's dreads, Stroh's dyed hair, even though he said he's changing it for next season, that's besides the point. And it seems like they're really focusing to try and make players instantly recognizable. Now, on that note, for a negative side, Ohtani has to deal with ASICs, and it seems that that brand didn't make it into MLB The Show 22, so unfortunately, Ohtani-san will be wearing generic batting gloves and shoes inside of the game. That's an L. Number 5, Nintendo Switch graphics. Now, in the Nintendo Switch Direct, we got our first look at gameplay on the Switch, which looked to be a much lower res version of the show compared to PlayStation and Xbox. In addition, the frame rate looked maybe to be 30 FPS, maybe even lower. There was a little bit of choppiness. Now, keep in mind, this is more about portability, taking it on the go. I personally will be playing, franchise on the go too, when I'm not always going to be able to sit at my desk and play. Number 6, cross-play and pick up and play with Switch. Now, with cross-progression, cross-save, cross-play, you can pick up and play from console to console, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X, or take it on the go like we said with the Nintendo Switch. Now, this was the promise that they gave a while back, if you remember, with PlayStation 4 and Vita. It was this whole idea of like you start on the console, then you save, you upload to the cloud, then you start playing on Vita, you get on the bus and go to another place. Like that, this whole ecosystem is finally coming to life, where really you can just play on whatever console you want and go as you please. Number 7, Switch Joy-Con couch play support. We also learned that you can play the Nintendo Switch with just one Joy-Con controller in Exhibition, which means that you can take the 2 off the side. You can play 1v1 in Exhibition, against a friend, a brother, a sister, a dad. Number 8, new UI, menu, and logos. Now, we also got to look at the new menu and mode logos for Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty. I'm assuming there's one for March to October and franchise as well, but we did not see those. We also got to see a new in-game score bug that had a little bit of shimmer and flare to it. Not a big drastic change for all this from the past, but I really do like the logo identity system. That's a big improvement of just kind of those text versions of last year that just said franchise or Road to the Show. Number 9, new two-way player logic. Now this one's really special, really important, and in a meeting with Ben Verlander and Ramon Russell, we learned that San Diego Studios had to rewrite tons of code so that Shohei Ohtani would work properly in the show. Take a listen to this comment about it from Ramon.
Are you going to be able this coming year to have him in your rotation and in your lineup as well?
When you have somebody who comes along and you have to rewrite code to get him to work in the game properly, and it's a multi-year process. So we had to rewrite tons of lines of new code to get Shohei to actually be usable in the game. And finally, in MLB The Show 22, you will be able to use him the exact same way the Angels use him.
So basically his stamina won't be draining like it has in the past if he plays in the field. I'm also really curious to see if there will be two-way players in the first year draft class in franchise, or any other players that are kind of coming up where you can do the same, or how they'll be handled really in Road to the Show, because that was kind of messy as well too, using that whole perk and loadout system. And number 10, last but not least, the new feature reveal schedule. So Ramon had gone on the record to say the new full feature reveals are coming in the next week or so. We should expect to see a new trailer probably Monday that introduces us to what the road ahead is, as well as here is the feature reveal schedule, so we can start to put red X's on calendars and get ready to join in on Twitch and YouTube to check those things out live. This has been another great day for MLB The Show 22, and they've been really firing on all cylinders. Great reveals, great marketing, great communication, doing some special things for Ohtani-san. Nintendo, of course, bringing back all their successful approaches from the past to make this, hopefully, one of the best MLB The Show seasons ever. I've never been more excited and looking forward to the next few weeks running up to the launch, April 5th. And if you order the MVP edition, deluxe edition, you get 4 days early, April 1st. And so until the next one, we'll see ya. Peace.